Hey, hey, hey! Happy Wednesday! How you doing? I hope you're well and good. Welcome to the stream. It's another Wednesday. It's another 7 o'clock. So it's time for all the good creative vibes, the supportive vibes. The good times are here. So come on in, come in the chat, come say hello. Hello to my lovely replay viewers. It's lovely to have you. How you doing? If you can't catch me at 7 o'clock, make sure you do check out the replay. But it is a fun time if you come straight in. I've got so many things to talk to you about today. I feel like I've got a massive list all kind of stacked up in my head. So I can't wait to get started. But more importantly than all of that, how are you? That's what we're here for. I'm a person. Hello. Look at you, straight in there. Let me try and remember your name. It is Emma. Is that right? Did I get it right? Please. Yes. Oh my God. Hello to the lovely people as well who watch, who don't come in and comment. It's lovely to have you here as well. Today is a really, really special day. Today is the actual official launch of my online art academy. I did actually want to get some actual things. You know, they call them poppers in the UK, but I'm sure they don't in the US. But I wanted to get some and be all like, yay! But I didn't have any, and we're still in lockdown, so I couldn't get any. Angeli, happy Wednesday. How you doing? Welcome. Happy that long word to you as well. I hope you're feeling optimistic. I know that there might not be a few people that come in today from America because it is the said day, but it's not stopping me from coming online. You know, not everyone is into politics, so if you're not into that kind of thing, you might just definitely want to come over. Confetti cannon imploded. That's exactly. Sadly, the tattoo had to be postponed because the artist ran out of time. Oh no, so when have you got it postponed to? I hope it's another thing to get excited about, right? It might be temporarily disappointing, but then you can be like, actually, I'm really looking forward to that again. So maybe it's a good thing. Do you know what I mean? Just turn it around and make it into a good thing. It's like, oh, it wasn't the right time. You want the artist to be like all super happy when it gets done. You don't want them to rush. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So yes, it is the official launch of my art academy today. I am very excited. Please go and check out artistresource.co.uk/members to find out all about it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it on every single stream every single week, but it's even better if you go and have a look for yourself and have a little dive in. Do you know what I mean? Sunday Sketches. Hi Alicia, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Hopefully it will be in February. Okay, well that's cool. It's not long to wait. Couple of weeks, no problem. No problem whatsoever. That's so exciting. I'll check that out. Please do. I've been teaching art and craft, my own original art and craft projects for I think about 12 years now, maybe even 13 years. And for the past year I've been concentrating and working so hard to put a lot of my projects online so it can always constantly be available to you guys. And I'm going to be adding to it every month. So I'm going to be adding 4 lessons to the massive catalogue of currently 75 lessons already. So you can already tell how much work I've done on it. Plus there's things in there like motivations and meditations. There's relaxing music that you can put on to accompany you as you're doing the lessons. There's so many things in there, and I think it's super good value for money. So go check it out, please do. This month's project, amongst other things, is this Matisse here. And this is such a fabulous project for beginners. It's all for beginners, by the way. So if you're nervous and you want to get a bit more confident in drawing, painting, crafts, just one of those, all of those, you know where to come now. You got somewhere to come, you know what I mean? She's really busy that day and the wait was going to be a couple of hours, so we decided just to take a rain check. I think that's the best idea, especially for something that's such a big commitment. You want to just like, you know, well done for that. Yeah, happy Wednesday. I ordered food delivery so I don't miss the Leona show. Angeli, you're the best. I just want to say that. I want to make an official announcement upon my official announcement, and that is that Angeli's the best. Again, I bring to you another setup, another unique projection world here. I'm particularly liking this one today. I think it looks really cool. It's almost like stained glass. What do you think? Do you like it? I'm really into it. And then I thought I'd keep the fireplace because something about it, I kind of don't want to change it now. I really like the fact that there's like flames. It just makes me feel really cozy. And I haven't got a fireplace. Let me know if you've got a fireplace in real life. I don't have one. So I like to have a bit of pretend fire happening. Do you ever do that on your laptop? Do you ever put on like pretend fire? I love the sounds of it. Like I'll put it on like for ambience in the background and listen to all the kind of little cracklings and stuff. Just makes me feel really relaxed. I really like it. It's very psychedelic. It's all happening. Your setup is always so good. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, you're the best. No, you're the best. No, it's you. I've got my little foxy down there. Can you see my little fox here? My cute little fox in the corner with a little light there. And of course, this painting, which is, I just love it so much. I'm so happy I did it. That one's finished. That one's up there. This one's an old one from last year. A gouache painted mandala. What's it called? Can I remember? Re-emergence. That's what it's called. That's a very arty title, isn't it? Re-emergence. I've re-emerged into the world and this is my artwork. And this, like I said, is Matisse Woman with Hat, which is currently the monthly project on the Art Academy. So if you like this, come and join. If you want to paint this, it's really easy to paint. If you don't like this, it doesn't matter because there's 75 more projects to choose from. I mean, mic drop. We need a pencil. Pencil drop. Pencil drop. That's what I'm talking about. I like the fireplace. I'm having a mini staycation at my sister's house so I can turn on a gas fireplace. Oh, but that's lovely. We're still not allowed to do anything. We're still in the lockdown. Can't go anywhere. Can't do anything. But we shall be colourful and vibrant and happy no matter what. Grace, hi. Oh my god, sorry I'm late. I almost thought today was Tuesday. I know, right? Getting the days mixed up. Such a thing, isn't it? Oh my god, happy Wednesday to you. Oh, your setup is really good. Thank you so much. All that beautiful art behind you. Thank you so much. I like to bring it to you guys every week because as much as I'm sure my face is nice, having other things is much better, right? You want a little bit of, oh, you want to have a look around. You're like, Leona, I'm bored of your face now. Can I just have a little look around the picture? You know what I mean? So yeah, all the days definitely do blur together, don't they? It's a bit like that right now, but we won't worry about it. We shall continue to focus on the fabulous things, which is basically art and creativity and anything that can take your mind off things. Baking, you know, singing, anything that we can do to keep our spirits high. Random dancing. I mean, yesterday I was just randomly dancing around my flat because I was like, I've got to keep my spirits high, so I'm just going to have a little boogie in between making lunch and dinner and in between making art. As you do. So how's all your art going? Let me know what you're working on right now. I finished the Mosaic, but it is currently packed in a big package, which took me 3 hours to package up because obviously it's going all the way to the US. So I had to pack it. I mean, it's basically like about 5 times the size of the actual Mosaic now, and it's a massive package. But because I really wanted to show you the finished thing, I've actually got an image of it here, right now. Let me know if you'd like to see it, and I will bring it up on the screen, a digital picture, because we're living in a digital world. So I've got a digital picture for you today. So that's very exciting. It's all happening. Let me grab a cup of tea. What are you drinking right now? Angeli, what did you get for food? As you've got the Leona show. I like the way you've called it the Leona show. I'm liking that. I'm liking that very much. I don't know what my hair's doing over there. But I'm liking the Leona show. So we're on number 37 today. Do the maths of how many months that is. It's one a week. Number 37. I can't quite believe it. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're all chatting to each other. That's very lovely. Oh, I'd love to see the mosaic. Emma, it's coming. Here it is. There it is. There it is. There's a finished picture. There's a really brilliant song called Electric Avenue. Do you know the one? And I have been singing Electric Avenue pretty much the whole time I've been making that mosaic. So I've been like, I'm gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. But I can't sing anymore because, you know, copyright and all that. Anyway, there's a picture of the finished thing. I'm very happy. I'm really happy with it because the lettering looks really, really nice. It looks exactly like I wanted it to look. The client only wanted one colour in the background. If it was up to me, I would have put another blue in the background as well. But I hope she's going to be really happy with it. I'm sure she is. Fingers crossed. Hi Pooja, happy Wednesday. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Looking good, thank you. Yeah, me and my friends have all been staying home. We'll be tested, we're all safe. Oh, good. You got to remind me where in the world you are again. I've only been around my family for like 8 months now. The only place I've went to other than the home is the golf course. I know what you mean. Sometimes there's just like 1 or 2 other places that you've got to go to, and it's like, then you start getting bored of that and you're like, I need to have another place to go. Mary Sue's Nashville hot chicken. I'm a chicken addict. Oh my god, that sounds very fabulous. I'm sure it is. The mosaic is beautiful. Thank you, Emma. That looks really good. Thank you, Grace. Yes, it's finished. Yeah, it's finished. It's in the package. It's waiting to be collected. And then it's going to fly across to New Jersey. So yeah, very happy. So what have you got on the go here? I've got a cup of tea. What are you drinking? What are you doing while you're watching me? Are you washing the dishes? Are you doing a bit of writing? Are you doing some drawing? What are you doing while you're watching me? That's my favourite cup, by the way. It's my favourite cup. I love it. So, apart from rocking down to Electric Avenue, I'm going to take you higher. Dun, 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 dun. We're in Indiana. That was it. I haven't seen anyone for months, but tomorrow's my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emma. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Bow, 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 bow. So you get shout outs on here. You get happy birthday sung to you. I mean, you're doing pretty well, I've got to say. That doesn't happen to me. Alright, yeah, my sisters and I always used to live together, so it's a weird grey area. I'm about to make a cup of tea. Oh, fantastic. Have a cup of tea, sit back and relax. I've got all the things to talk to you about today. I wanted to talk to you about trying different things because, thank you, that's alright. I wanted to talk to you about trying different things. What kind of different things have you tried during this crazy time that we're living in right now? Because I don't know about you, it's so important to try new things. I mean, it's the only kind of thing that really keeps you kind of sane. Talking about like going to the same places, trying different places just to go and visit if you're on your walks is so crucial, because you've got to keep the variety levels up, to keep it interesting, to keep your brain like alive and buzzing and excited. And happy birthday to you, Angeli. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Did you have a nice day? Let us know. Let us know how it was. I keep thinking it's this weekend because of your event that you've got online. So I keep thinking, oh, it's this weekend. So sorry, I forgot to say happy birthday to you. Maybe I'll sing to you on your stream, but then I won't be able to. So maybe I'll just have to do it another way. Have to think of it. Oh, I've been trying out gouache paintings. How's it been going? What have you been painting? How cool is that? I do love a bit of gouache, and even when I do acrylic things, so these ones are acrylic, I always kind of want to do it in gouache as well. I'm always like, oh, but gouache is a little bit tougher than acrylic. So it's good if you've had lots of practice with other things before, but the trouble with gouache, you can't layer it, as you probably know. You can't layer it quite nicely. It always gets a bit crumbly and then it goes crackly, and it's quite frustrating. So I don't recommend it for beginners. But what I do love about it is that the pigments are so pure, aren't they? And you can, like, if you don't need to layer things too much, it's the perfect medium, right? It was Pooja's birthday as well. Oh my god, guys, it's like a January birthday phenomenon right here. Happy birthday to you as well, Pooja. How was it? Did you have a nice day? Did it manage to be all right? My birthday last year was pretty bad, actually. I've actually never had a really kind of naff birthday, and I can't remember the last time I used the word naff. But my birthday last year was pretty naff because of everything that's been going on. It was all right. It was like acceptable, but it wasn't what I would have wanted completely in a birthday. But I think that's what we all have to just admit and just deal with, don't we? Yeah, I just kind of do whatever I feel like. I've been doing watercolour and acrylic for a while now, so it's a nice medium for me. Yeah, I love it. I love gouache so much. It's just something about it I love. I'm not so keen on watercolours, to be honest. I'm more of a gouache acrylic person. Yay, I need to get some acrylics so I can do your class. I surprisingly don't own any currently. I do love gouache though. Yeah, I would either go for watercolour or acrylic. On my birthday, I always forgot it was my birthday because I didn't really do much. Oh, sweetheart, it's true, right? I'm sorry you didn't have a good birthday. Oh, that's all right. I wish I'd done a stream, to be honest. That would have been really great. It was when I was indoors, it was really fun. And then as soon as I went outdoors, it got all kind of just frustrating and annoying. And I was like, oh no, I should have just stayed in. But never mind, it was August, it was ages ago. I've had plenty of good times since then. So yeah, new things. What new things are you trying? What new things have you tried? What new things have you tried that you've liked? What new things have you tried that you didn't like so much? I just think it's so important to try new things. As soon as I've got my head around trying new things and doing new things last year, I started to enjoy myself on the lockdown instead of feeling like it was annoying, and instead of like kind of mourning all the things that I couldn't do anymore, I started thinking, well, if I just think about things differently and in a fresh new way, I'm just gonna feel better. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I made that decision, and I haven't really been sad since, really. I had a lovely day despite everything. Lovely sunny beach walk, Zoom, hang out with 4 girlfriends, hang out with my sisters with dinner and prezzies. Fabulous. That's so good. That's so good. My birthday was on January the 15th. Happy birthday to you. Guys, do you realise you've all got birthdays in January? This cannot be a coincidence. This just cannot be. Same, Leona. Birthdays are really weird and disappointing. This is so nuts. We all have birthdays. Yeah. It's really crazy. I'm like, wait a minute. This must mean something. Now I'm like, this must mean something. And Halo as well. Her birthday's in January. She's not here today. Maybe she'll come in later if she can. That's my pleasure. I'm kind of getting a bit freaked out. I'm like, this must mean something. The stars are aligned. What does it mean? What's happening here? Capricorn rules. It's the Capricorn field comment section right now. The Capricornians are ruling. That's so amazing. I can't believe it. So yeah, what did you try that was new? I tell you what I did a bit of life drawing, which I haven't done for so long. It's unbelievable. I actually was quite surprised how long it's been since I've done some life drawing. I did some life drawing online, obviously. It was very fun but very strange because you couldn't quite see everything you sort of need to see, but it was all right. It was good. I had a good time. I'm definitely going to do another one. Capricorns and Aquarius united. Yeah. Oh yeah, because we would have gone into Aquarius now, wouldn't we? Yeah, that's true. It's true, right? Here we are. So yeah. Wait, with Capricorns, my whole life I thought I was an Aquarius. I think we're going into Aquarius now. If it's at the end of January, you're an Aquarius, right? It's basically everyone's birthday, Grace. It's everyone in the chat. We want to just wish everyone happy birthday. I've launched my art academy. You guys have all had birthdays. I mean, it's just... Now I definitely wish I had one of them confetti things now, because it's all happening. It's all happening here. So yeah, trying something new and trying different art materials, which is so good that you've already started speaking about this, because this is what I've written down for like a little topic today, is trying different materials, because it's really interesting when you start out as a creative person. The best possible thing you can do is try a bit of everything. Like, you don't want to get yourself pinned down to one particular medium too quickly, because it might not be the one for you. Yes, you might be into multiple mediums, and that's fine, and that's what I'm like. I like a bit of everything. But usually people like have one or two things that they're really into, so it's good to try a bit of everything to kind of discover what those things are. Sometimes I identify as Aquarius. It's not my birthday in January. Okay, I was just sort of rounding it all up there. I just thought, oh, well, let's just everyone. It's just everyone now. Yeah, it's really, really important to try different things. So, I mean, over the years, when I did my art degree, I did a foundation in what year did I start? 1998. Yeah, 1998. I did my foundation in art. And then from 1999 to 2001, I did my art degree. And I did all that on applied art, so which basically means woodwork, ceramic, plastics, metal. Can't think of any other ones right now, but I did use a lot of different materials, wire, paper, loads of different things. And I went from workshop to workshop to workshop, experimenting with loads of different things. Interestingly, what I discovered is that I pretty much liked everything. Which is why it makes complete sense that I'm a teacher and I love teaching all different things, because I'm a bit of a kind of go for everything kind of person. Like, a bit of everything makes me really happy. I don't like to be pinned down to one particular medium, but most people aren't like that. Most people like one or two things and they stick with that and they develop it. Do you dislike any medium, Leona? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I just like everything. Like I said, I'm not massively keen on watercolours, but I wouldn't say I don't like it. Let me have a think. So I really like plastics. I really like metal. I love working with massive machines and like kind of pressing metal and bending it and doing all that. I absolutely love ceramics and clay. I love getting really messy. I love raku firing. I love just the whole thing of glazing and all that kind of stuff. Woodworking. I tell you what, maybe not wood as much. I've done some wood turning before, but it was never something that I kind of really loved. Although from doing mosaics, I've used lots of wood in the past. I love making things. I love sculpture. I love wire. I love cement. I love plaster. I think sometimes, I've thought of one, and let me know in the comments what you don't like as well. But I've thought of one, and that's probably digital art. As much as I love working and doing things in the computer, I don't necessarily like to actually make something in the computer. I've done it a lot, but I prefer to use my hands and make something. So, but it's such a useful tool, and I couldn't really live without it. So I wouldn't say I dislike it. But maybe, yeah, I would probably say digital art if I had to choose something. I've got to go. I was in a break from school. Break's over. I really enjoyed the stream. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks for joining. So let me know what you don't like. Is there an experience that you've had that you didn't like and you were just like, I'm not ever doing that again? That was a nightmare. I'm not doing that again. No. Yeah, so why don't we talk about the painting a little bit. I've worked a little bit on the painting since last week. I wish I'd have done a little bit more. Do you ever get that when you're like, I wish I just had a little bit more time to do this thing, and you've got it in your mind and you're like, I really want to do this. I feel a little bit like that today with my painting here. Like I really want to do some more of it. You can see that I have done some more since last week, but not as much as I wanted to do. I'm not technological advanced, so I prefer traditional medium. Yeah, I like to get messy. I like to get my hands into things. I think it's nice to have something that's away from computers. Like you might learn using the computer, but the actual physical thing is a physical thing. And I think it's really nice to like use that and have like a textual, I mean, we are physical beings, so we like textual things. We don't want everything to be flat and polished and perfect. We want things to be a little bit rough, and we don't want everything, you know, just shiny and just perfect. I can't think of another word but perfect. I just don't want things to be perfect. I want them to be like that. Like textural, that's what I mean. I do some digital art, but I find it difficult and it isn't my favourite. Interesting, isn't that interesting? A few days ago I tried painting. It did not go very well, but the next day I tried super easy painting, like for a number one beginner, and I actually made a painting. There you go. Do you know what I mean? No, I thought that's what you meant. Don't worry. Yeah, that's the interesting thing, and that's the good thing about my academy here, is that all the projects are relatively short. They're either an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, but nothing is longer than that. Nothing is longer than 3 hours, because what you want to do is get results, and you want to get results fairly fast, and then you want to move on to something else. Because if you feel like you didn't have such a good time, or it didn't go out the way you expected, the only remedy for that is to do something else. You've just got to do something else. Don't try and fix it for hours, because that's the other mistake some people make, is that they try and fix this tiny little thing that they didn't like. It's not worth it, in my opinion. You might as well, there's always another painting. You might as well keep the practice going of keeping on approaching a blank canvas or a blank piece of paper, and just keep that going. And oftentimes people get a bit nervous about that, but it's best just the more you do it, the more experience you get over the nerves, you have a good time, and you just produce loads of things, and you see a journey, and you see all the stuff that you've created, and it's like, wow, aren't I good? I think it's also an expensive investment. I survived without a laptop for several years. Yes, it's true. Getting the whole shebang with the pen thing. I mean, I don't even know what you call it. Would you call it a stylus? Do you call it a stylus when then you have the like screen and then you draw on the screen? I mean, just mixing paints is exciting, let alone putting the paints on the paper. Why would you want to then put that digitally? That's not my idea of a good time, but it is plenty of people's idea of a good time doing it digitally, and that's fine. But I think, yeah, to answer your question earlier, I think if I had to choose something that wouldn't be my favourite, it would be digital art. But we need it, and I do some of it. Evening, Mira. Happy Wednesday, sweetie. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for joining. So true, so important just to stop. It's so true. If you just keep trying to fix something, it just gets annoying. And then you end up not liking it, and then you're kind of unconsciously, you're just like desire to do it is just stopped because you're like, oh, I've mucked it up. I'm not really good at this. You get all this horrible internal dialogue happening. And I'm just like, no, don't worry about it. Don't bin it. Just put it away, grab a new sheet of paper, whatever you're working on, and just do something else. Don't even try and restart that one. I just think go and do something else. Just keep on the confidence. Keep uplifted. Do you know what I mean? Like, keep happy. Keep on the journey. Don't let it get you down. Because that's what happens to so many people. They just kind of give up eventually. And then they've kind of lost their, like, desire. And that's a sad thing. Oh, I also made this walking robot with controls last week, but then my dog accidentally fell on it. No! No, was it alright? Were you able to, like, get it back together? What happened? You have to tell us what happened now. Yeah, mixing paints is exciting. Mixing, Angeli will tell you, she saw me when I was doing a Facebook Live the other week, and I just literally mixed paints. When I was starting this off, when I was doing the sky, I did a quick Facebook Live, and I was just mixing the paints for pretty much the whole session. Because it's just so hypnotic. It's a bit like that projection, actually, when you mix paints. And you just kind of swirling it around and you're just watching the colours just go into each other. Oh, it's just so nice. I mean, it's really basic. It's such a basic thing to do, but it's just so wonderful. And the possibilities of all the colours you could get. I mean, it's just happy days. My favourite part. That's not good, Grace. Hope you can fix it. Yeah, I hope you can fix it. Let us know. Hey Darren, how you doing? Happy Wednesday, how are you? The Academy has been launched today. It's official. Come along if you want to get creative. There's actually music in there. You know, I've put some free music in there. Some nice relaxing music if you need to accompany yourself while drawing, painting or making crafts with me. So yeah, I'll have to share that with you somehow. But yeah, it's an exciting day. It's the culmination of over a year's work. I started working on it in October 2019, and it's finally out in the world. I'm so excited. It's going to have projects added every single month. It's suitable for ages 7 to 70, beginners, anyone that's interested in getting creative, anyone that wants to take up a new hobby. Just get excited about something. Get excited about something new. What new things are you getting excited about, Darren? And Mira, what new things are you getting excited about? Are you able to get excited about something new? Or are you kind of stuck in the routine and you're like, no, this is just endless. Endless routines happening. Yes, this is Zach's music. Here it is in the background. It's happening. Yes. Well, it became a short circuit because one of the motor wires broke, but then I'm still working on fixing it. I see. I'd love to see a picture. Do you think you could send me a picture to one of my socials? I'd love to see. But the controls still work for a part of it. I just find that so fascinating. I love that. That is super cool. Oh, I didn't even realise it's already been 30 minutes in the stream. It went by so fast. Doesn't it just go by so fast? It's so true. Getting my album ready and ready for recording. Exciting. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Good luck with it all. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm drowning and chasing my tail at the moment, but hoping to surface soon. Mira, I feel for you and all of the parents, for sure. All of the parents across, I was going to say across the nation, but let's be realistic, across the world right now, how difficult it is. Just trying to spread some happy vibes here. I've got to go right now. Sorry, got to go eat my lunch. I hope you have a great day. Bye, Grace. Thank you for tuning in. Lovely to have you. Yeah, so what else am I going to talk about today? I'm just going to talk about the painting because I'm nearly done with it. These streams are kind of really turning into sort of sociable check-ins because I want them to be a place that you can come to every week and feel like you've got a support structure in the middle of whatever you're doing, whatever's going on for you, whatever's happening in the world. You can have this time here to have a little check-in, a little relax, know that you're supported, and just be together for a bit. Do you know what I mean? I think it's really, really important. I may still do a little bit of live art here and there. It kind of just depends. I'm going to see how the streams just generally go. But that's what I want it to be. I want it to be like a little nice, cozy chit chat. I've got the book here ready. And we're going to talk about another colour for sure. Oh, yeah, notice the paint. It looks amazing. Thank you. So this is the next phase of the painting called Stronghold of the Spirit by Nicholas Roerich from 1932. I'll show you what it looks like for real. This is what it actually looks like. And as you can see, I've changed the colour of the sky just to make it a little bit more vibrant. I've gone for more of a cadmium yellow on it because, you know me, I like the vibrancy of it all. The mountains look gorgeous, don't they? So nice. That's really kind of you. I appreciate you trying to help us get through all of this. Well, completely. I'm just doing my bit. Do you know what I mean? This is the part that I can play. And like I said, this is live stream 37. So I've been around for quite a bit. Do the maths. Somebody do the maths for me. And that's how many months I've been doing it. So yeah, so I put a bit more of a cadmium yellow in the sky. This is the great thing about interpreting famous paintings, because you can just put your own, I was going to put your famous, put your own interpretation onto the painting. So I've changed the colour just slightly with the sky, and as you can see, I haven't done really much of the actual stronghold. This is called the Stronghold. It's set in the Himalayas. We've got some either Sherpas or monks. I'm not quite sure whether they're Sherpas or monks, but they're going up to the Stronghold. And I think it's just such a nice painting because it symbolises kind of what we're all going through right now, like sort of having our castles, our homes to come back to all the time, or to stay in all the time, but to feel like that's a real strong place where we can really develop who we are, and you know, just look within, basically spend this time looking within and not feeling afraid, you know. So that's why I chose this painting, apart from the fact that the colours are like unbelievably beautiful. All the kind of like turquoise and the teals happening. And it's basically like primary colours, isn't it? It's basically red, yellow and blue, which I absolutely love. So I thought today we could talk a bit about yellow. Like I said, I've got in my book, I've got some yellow bookmarked here, so we can have a little chit chat about that. Da, da, da. So pretty. I love your vibrant colours. Thank you, and I look forward to this every week. Oh, and that's the other thing, gotta have things to look forward to, right? Isn't it important? What other things are you looking forward to? Because I gotta be honest, I'm struggling with things to look forward to. I'm like, usually I have a set amount of things that I have to look forward to, and then I'm like, oh, there isn't that one, oh, there's not that one, oh, that doesn't exist anymore, oh, that doesn't exist, oh, I've got to get excited about this, it's cool, this is happening. And to be honest, the primary thing of that for me is art, because you can just disappear into these worlds. I'm disappearing into this painting. That's why I miss it so much when I haven't done it, because I'm like, that's the time where I sort of just disappear and just, I don't have to deal with anything else apart from just being immersed in a beautiful world. Who doesn't want to be immersed in a beautiful world? Is there anyone? Is there anyone? Anyone who doesn't want to immerse themselves in a beautiful world? I don't think there's anybody. Oh, all right. So we've got all that. We've said that about the paintings. It's happening. It can be difficult, that's for sure, right? So true. Yellow is your favourite colour, right? I tell you what, Angeli, I tell you what my exact favourite colour is. My exact favourite colour is yellow orange. It is a tertiary colour and it is a mixture between yellow and orange. It's kind of like mango. So think of the inside of a mango. That's my favourite colour. What is your favourite colour? Oh, your favourite colour is blue. Tell me what your favourite colour is. What's your favourite colour, Darren? What's your favourite colour? Do you have one? Sometimes it takes a little while to think about it. You're like, because I always used to say my favourite colours are yellow and orange, and then I realised my actual favourite colour is a mixture between yellow and orange. I think these are things that are important to know in the world, right? This is not just for children, this is for adults too. It's very important to know what your favourite colour is. It sounds so childish, but it so isn't, because when you know what your favourite colour is, you can surround yourself with it and then feel amazing. Like there's a woman, actually an English woman who now lives in New York, and her favourite colour is yellow, and she literally wears yellow, has a whole house yellow, the inside and the outside is yellow. She's got a yellow bike, she's got a yellow car, she wears yellow makeup, which might be going a step too far. She's got yellow hair. I think she dyed her blonde hair a bright yellow. Everything is yellow. Like, how do you feel about that? How would you feel about only living with one colour? Even if it's your favourite colour. See, I think it'll be a bit much. Like, I love yellow orange, but I don't know I want it everywhere. I love mangoes, so I get why you love that colour. It's so pleasant, isn't it? It's pleasant. It's a pleasant colour. It's not an argumentative colour. It's a pleasant colour. It's so pleasant. That's such a funny word. Pleasant, pleasant. Yeah, right? Your colour. What kind of blue is your favourite colour? My favourite colour is like a really light blue. Think think of when it's snowing and the sky, that incredibly light blue. That's my favourite colour. I love that you've distinguished what it is. I know what you mean when it's snowing and you get like the light reflecting off the snow and you just see the tiny bits of blue in it and it's like sparkling. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Actually, and it really goes with mango really well. We're having a fun time, right? We're having a fun time. So let me know your favourite colour. And don't ever let anyone tell you as well that like, oh, that's just for kids or kids do that. or something bonkers like that, because I'm 41 years old and I'm happy to talk about my favourite colour all day. And I'm happy to talk about your favourite colours all day. So yes, I'm going to read a bit out of the book. This is the little book of colour, How to Use the Psychology of Colour to Transform Your Life by Karen Haller. It's a bit of a coffee table book, so it's good for just quick reference. I wouldn't recommend it for studying colour particularly, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying picking things out. I'm enjoying reading bits to you. I like the way it's kind of simple and easy to read. I feel like the other book, which is a lot more detailed, The Secret Lives of Colour, which I was reading to you from before, is a little bit too much for the stream. It's kind of historical. There's lots of words that I can't really pronounce exactly. Therefore, this is much better for the stream purposes. So I hope you enjoy it. We're going to talk about yellow because on this painting, and I'm looking forward to finishing this painting because I would like to show you guys when it's complete. But obviously you can see that there is a lot of yellow in this painting, and also there's the kind of yellowy peachy which is reflected on the stronghold. I mean, my one's a little bit too tall actually. Can you see that bit there? It's a little bit too tall. It's a bit shorter on there, but hey ho, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Do you remember I was saying earlier that the sky here is like kind of more of a sandy colour? A sandy sort of yellow, like a yellow ochre. Whereas I went for pretty much bright happiness. Because that's my choice as an artist, and should be your own choice as an artist as well. You should be able to choose whatever you like. So that's why we're going to talk about yellow today, because there's yellow on this painting, so why not? Could have obviously chosen any colour, but I'm going to talk about yellow. Oh yes, happy days. Get ready, get your cup of tea, because we're going to talk about yellow. The painting is so pretty. I would never think to make a yellow sky. It's super unique and beautiful. Oh, thanks, Emma. Wouldn't you? What would you think to do? Would you just think that you had to copy it in the way that it is? See, that's the thing. It's so important, if you have that idea to look at an artist's work and get into it, it's so important not to get bogged down by the specifics, and change it up and empower yourself to have your own interpretation. And that's what we talk about all the time in the Art Academy, because it's all about that. You just want to get excited. You want to get eager for the next painting. You want to get eager for the next drawing, eager for the next piece of paper crafts, eager for the next card making, eager for some glass painting, eager for some mosaics. Do you know what I mean? I like The Secret Lives of Colour. Really interesting, strange and historical details. Me too. I did have a little look before this to see if there was anything good for this, but it was again just a little bit kind of iffy. So I'm going to always look at it. I will look at it and see if I can pull out anything, but not today. Not today. I like sunrise or sunset, so I think it feels so inviting to have a yellow sky. It's true, right? I need to get this book, but this one, yeah, it's a really nice little coffee table book. All right, should we get into it? Let's get into it. So we're going to talk about the psychology of yellow, the positive psychological traits of yellow. How do you feel? I mean, it's going to be fairly obvious. Gotta say, this is going to be a little bit obvious. There's a couple of things in here that aren't so obvious. There is actually a bit about the different countries' associations with yellow, which is very interesting. So bear with me. Let's stay together on this, right? How do you feel when the sun is shining? Happy, spirits, uplifted. Yellow is one of the psychological primaries and is related to the emotions and the nervous system. Well, that's interesting. Oh, I've just thought of a really good little story to tell you about yellow. Remind me. It has a relatively long wavelength and is emotionally stimulating, making us feel more confident, positive and optimistic. Well, that's kind of obvious, right? Definitely. Yellow can boost our self-esteem. So there you go. If you feel like you need a little boost of confidence, wear yellow. The unfavourable effects are, of course, the exact opposite. The wrong tone of yellow or too much yellow can lead to feelings of irritation, anxiety, nervousness and depression. Well, we don't want to go down that road, right? We don't want to go down that road. So don't overdo the yellow. That's the moral of the story. Don't overdo the yellow. I've still got a really cool thing to tell you about yellow. Looking at a few of the many tones of yellow, there's warm daffodil, buttermilk, magnolia, sunflower, saffron, mustard, ochre, and then cool lemon and fluorescent yellow. Many of my clients come to me thinking that yellow is a colour they just can't wear. But there is a yellow for everyone. It's just a matter of finding the right tone for you. That's very true, actually, because often people feel like yellow just washes them out, and it does if you have the wrong yellow. I still got to find a top in my favourite colour yellow. Yellow is the colour of sunshine, and sunshine brings happiness. Business whose ideal customers are children know that touches of yellow in their stories make for happy children, and when children are happy, parents are more likely to buy. Yellow has also come to symbolise the fast food industry, particularly in combination with red. Obviously, McDonald's, Burger King, all that jazz, fries, ketchup, yellow, red. You can't really get away from that colour combination, yellow and red, really. It's always going to be associated with the fast food industry, so you can't really use it for much else. Interestingly, actually, here it says the other thing about this colour combination of colours is that it gets you energized and to move quickly, making it a perfect colour choice for a fast food outlet. And given customers don't linger in a McDonald's, the likelihood of experiencing the adverse effects of the colours is minimal. This is a different matter for the staff, however, who work long hours taking in the heightened emotional effects of yellow all day or all night long. This would definitely be a challenge, especially if no other colours are being used to provide an emotional balance in the staff break room areas. I never thought of that before. That's very true, right? If you are having kind of an overdose of like red and yellow all the time, you can imagine they're so intense colours that you would just need a break. So I really hope, maybe you can tell me if you know anyone that's ever worked in McDonald's or a fast food restaurant, whether or not their staff areas are painted blue, or maybe lilac would be really good, or a peach would be really good, so they can kind of calm, recenter, then go back into the sort of high intensity world of bright red and bright yellow. I can't see anything depressing about the colour yellow. That's quite odd, but I guess if you're colourblind, yellow can be hard on their eyes. I had an ex who hated it because he's partially colourblind. Interesting. Oh, amazing. I want to tell you. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you a bit about the world view of yellow. But before I do that, I want to tell you about an experience that I've had with yellow. And if you've had any other experience with yellow, let me know in the comments. But I went to see an art exhibition years ago by Anish Kapoor, and Anish Kapoor was, not anymore, was one of my favourite artists, and he was doing a lot of work with high pigmented colours and kind of vortexes. So what he would do was build vortexes into walls and into floors, and then he would pigment them to make them look like really strong and vibrant. And some of them were chrome, so they were mirrored and they looked like other worlds going into the walls, a bit kind of Terminator-y, like metal going in to the ground. And I went to see his exhibition, and he had one of his vortexes painted with this bright yellow. And I've always been really into colour, so I thought I'm going to stand in front of this for a few minutes and see how I feel, because I was interested, and I always thought that yellow always makes you feel good. So I thought, I'm going to stand there. This is such a long time ago now, can't even remember. I mean, it's got to be like 15-20 years ago. And I stood there looking at this yellow vortex, and after about 3 minutes, I started feeling completely sick, like actually sick to my stomach. I felt completely nauseous, and I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. Sick to my stomach. It was very strange, and as soon as I walked away, within a couple of minutes, I just felt fine again. How strange is that? It was really strange. And then I realised that yellow isn't always great, and it's very interesting because what did it say here? It said that it was it can make you feel depressed. It didn't make you feel depressed. What did it say? Anxiety, nervousness and depression, irritation. It didn't say nauseous though, but I actually felt nauseous. Yellow is not my favourite colour personally, but I don't find yellow depressing. I don't find it depressing. But they're saying if it's, well, she's saying, if you have a lot of it. Sounds fun and trippy, like an illusion of 3D art kind of exhibition. Yeah, it was really cool. Anish Kapoor is such a great artist. It's just a shame what's happened to him recently. Colour is psychological, exactly. So, for the final piece for today's stream, I am going to read you a bit about yellow and the world colour symbolism of yellow. Yeah, I can see how yellow is anxiety inducing. Yeah, I tell you what, if there's anything yellow, a lot of yellow near where you live or anything, like, see if you could do the same thing, like stand in front of it. You won't want to be in it for a long time. It's interesting that, especially if it's a really acidic yellow. You know, it's interesting what she was saying about wearing different tones of yellow, different hues of yellow. I wonder if it was the combination of colours that caused a nauseating reaction. It was literally just yellow, but it was such a high pigmentation of yellow, and it was very acidic yellow. So it wasn't a warm yellow, it wasn't close to orange, it was more close to green, like kind of like an acidic yellow. But I never forget it, and I loved that. I loved it. Even though I felt sick, I actually loved it. I was like, oh my God, I actually got a reaction from a piece of artwork, and I'm all about that. I want to have a reaction. Like, give me a reaction, you know? And such a physical reaction. So amazing. All right, my lovely people. I'm going to read you the world colour symbolism of yellow. It's very short. Yellow is the colour of emperors in China. In Egypt, it is the colour of mourning and sadness, as in mourning when someone's died, and sadness, because of its close association with gold, which represents eternal life. There you go. So China, emperors; Egypt, mourning, sadness and eternal life. Interesting. In Japan, yellow is the colour of treachery, but also the colour of bravery. Well, that's very confusing. That's very confusing. Treachery and bravery. I mean, that's kind of like not opposites, but sort of doesn't make sense, does it? It's almost like giving a compliment to being treacherous, which I don't quite get, really. I remember when I worked in a children's retail store, parents would never buy the yellow. They would just not buy it, and had someone straight up said they hated yellow. What do you mean? Do you mean for clothing? Parents would never buy the yellow. Do you mean for clothing? Interesting, hey? Interesting. In Europe, unfortunately, we are not a part of Europe anymore, although I'm just saying that we are. In my mind, as a 41-year-old person, we're still part of Europe. In Europe, it is the colour of cowardice, weakness and betrayal. I take it back. Nothing to do with Europe. Oh my gosh. The colour of cowardice, weakness and betrayal. Oh, yellow onesies. Interesting. Maybe also because it's a light colour, it's a bit like white. So maybe they would think it would get dirty quickly. It's a bit like white clothes, right? You don't want children in white clothes. That's just like a recipe for just having the washing machine on every single day. The final thing is, in Germany and France, yellow is the colour of jealousy. Whereas in the UK, green is the colour of jealousy. But in Germany and France, it's the colour of jealousy. I bet that comes from fairy tales. I bet there's something in German and French fairy tales where that comes from. That just makes sense to me. So that was that. Yellow doesn't seem to have such a positive meaning. I think because it's so interesting, right? That it's like you think it's all sunshine and rainbows, but then it's not. It's not. It's got adverse effects as well. Interesting. I've learned something today. I hope you have. Isn't that fascinating? I like knowing about what different cultures feel about colours, because definitely in regards to places like China, they have such a different cultural background to us that things just mean completely different things to us, which is like amazing. It just goes to show the cultural effects of colour as well as the psychological effects of colour. Pretty amazing, hey? Pretty amazing. So that's it for the stream today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time. I've had a lovely time, as I do every single week with you guys. We learnt that most people in the chat have birthdays in January, which is amazing. Historically and regionally, yellow is discriminated against. Isn't that fascinating? That is just so fascinating to me. To me, yellow... Actually, it's really important to think about what it is to you, because that can be like, it doesn't really matter what other people think at the end of the day. It only really matters what you feel about it. Yeah, it's like saying yellow bellies. Yeah. Yellow is supposed to stimulate the stomach and appetite. That's why it's used a lot in the food industry. Well, there you go. And interestingly, connects to the nausea story that I just told you. Wow, it went by so fast. Oh, well, it was so lovely to have you. Thank you. Sorry I ramble so much. Please do not apologise for rambling. If you can't ramble in Leona's chat, where else can you ramble? Do you know what I mean? You got to feel like you can ramble. And anyway, we're talking about specific things here. You know, we're talking about the specifics of life and art and colour. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the stream. I had a lovely time. Cannot wait to see you again next week. We're going to have all the fun. If you want to stay in touch with me in the meantime, you can come to any of my socials at Artist Resource, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Facebook I'm on pretty much all the time. Instagram very, very often. Twitter not really as much. And come and join my online art academy. Come and learn some drawing, painting, crafts, paper crafts, card making, sculpture, glass painting, mosaics. There's a bit of everything, and the catalogue keeps on growing. So if you can't subscribe this month, try subscribing the next month, because there's going to be even more stuff to look forward to all the time. And I'm always going to be chatting about it on here and telling you what the upcoming projects are. I'm going to be filming February's projects next week. So there'll be loads of more new stuff happening. How exciting. New stuff all the time. New. New, shiny and new. Yeah, don't feel bad for rambling. Exactly. Thank you, Leona. I hope to see you paint in a bit. Yes, I'm going to paint another time. I want to keep these streams for kind of motivational, supportive, uplifting, inspiring, and I might do some painting as well. So stay tuned. Hello! Happy Wednesday and happy birthday for the weekend. It's been a crazy day. Hugs. And happy birthday. And we've discovered that many people in the chat have their birthdays in January, which is quite amazing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for joining. So good to have you here. And I'll see you next week. Stay in touch, stay fabulous, stay creative, and stay your beautiful self. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, that you're amazing. And that you're amazing. Full stop. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Do you know what I'm saying? Alright, guys. Lovely to see you. Hugs. We included you, Halo. If you look back on this on the replay, you'll see we mentioned you for January birthdays. Hugs, everybody. See you real soon. Lots of love. Bye.